Hi, welcome to Macintosh Librarian Mailbag Edition. Today we're going to be opening up a package that Ron of Ron's Computer Videos sent us. He sent us some awesome stuff, including these stickers that you have right here. Ron, this is what he looks like. He's pixelated. He had the Macintosh. He's very involved in Macintosh. Of course, here we got the big Ron. I think this is my favorite sticker from Ron. The safety puffed, no leak PRAM battery. Those are notorious for leaking, especially the ones that were made in West Germany. So these stickers are really awesome. Thank you, Ron. He also gave me these really awesome Apple design speakers right here with this awesome adjustable stand in the back. And here is the left channel or the right channel. I'm not sure which one's which, but they make an awesome pair. These will go really well connected to one of my Macs. They are in awesome condition. A little bit of retro writing will make them just as good as new. So thank you, Ron, for sending these over. Ron of Ron's Computer Videos gave us some awesome buttons, some swag that he got at VCF Midwest 2023. We got some zip drive buttons right here. This one's my favorite. I'm too sexy for this button. It's very cute. And I can't stand PCs. And we also have this orb buttons from Zip Drive Competitor. It was a 2 gigabyte, 3.5 inch disc type thing. I wasn't familiar with it, but apparently Steve of Mac84 somehow came across a bunch of these buttons, and so he gave them to Ron, and Ron's been slowly getting them out in the community. So now I have this awesome Kiss My Orb and the Orbit digital conference or convergence. So awesome examples of some turn of the century bulk media storage devices. Awesome buttons, awesome swag. So thanks, Ron, for sending those over. He also sent us this awesome book called Computer Battle Games, which actually is a bunch of basic games for your microcomputer in the 80s. So this isn't just for Apple IIs or for your TRS-80, but it's written to where they're simple games that are universal that you can easily translate from one computer to another. What I really like about this book is that there's awesome little art that appeals to kids that want to learn about computers. And it also tries to explain things in a simple way that would get kids interested in learning how to program and also building their own games. Because there's something really magical about being able to make your own game from scratch. Yes, it's written in here, but that must have felt very powerful and very amazing and it's like following a recipe for a pie or something, right? Like you still say you made the pie, even though you followed the recipe. So I think this can be considered a recipe book of basic games. Now, these basic games are just that. They are very basic. The graphics will be simply text characters on the screen, but it's still awesome to have something like this. And of course, you can probably build it out to add some graphics for yourself. So thanks, Ron, for sending this over. I think this will make a great programming guide for Mackie and Tui in the future and will be an awesome episode on a basic programming tutorial. So thanks, Ron, for sending this over. So something else that Ron's been doing is making these awesome J12 Breakout and J12 pass-through boards for your compact Macintosh. These boards allow you to connect a power supply that's an ATX power supply and also tap the video signal from your standard logic board to allow you to connect it to something like a RetroTink and then output it to HDMI. So this will be going into a project that we're working on here in the future. So thank you, Ron, for sending these over. We will be putting them to good use here very soon. And finally, he sent us this really awesome magazine, Macworld from 1990, which introduces the Macintosh 2FX and also has a letter inside from the then CEO, John Scully. This magazine is full of awesome ads that have compact Macs such as the SE, SE30 on display in use with all their accessories marked at full price. So it's really awesome to flip through. I will definitely be flipping through this magazine and going over it with you guys in the near future. There's so much in here that I find cool. Even ads, for instance, somewhere in here, there is the advertisement for the introduction of the Radius Pivot display, which is a display that can turn and automatically change the video orientation. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. This is the introduction of the Radius Pivot right here. If you're considering an Apple monitor, here's a nudge in the other direction, and it's introducing the beautiful Radius Pivot, which can turn from portrait to landscape simply by tilting it, which is really cool. This is a really rare monitor. I've never seen the print ad for it. No, this magazine is really cool. There's tons of articles, tons of ads, of course. That's what makes this magazine so thick. It's like a phone book. But yeah, it's full of ads, but even now, those ads are something that we cherish because they take us back to a day when these were the computers to buy. And so they were still making new software, new accessories, new components, new upgrades. This was the Macintosh SE and the SE30 and even the Apple II's heyday. It's really awesome to flip through and see what kind of stuff was available. Here's the pivot display introduction. Radius turns a page in history. So this is the first pivot display. It was 1690 or around 1690. So that was a lot of money for 1990. It's a lot of money now. It's about as much as the studio display. But I guess that puts things into perspective of how much computer stuff used to cost, especially these very specialized computer hardware that's made for, print shops. So here's the 2FX introduction ad talking about its awesome new features. There are two kinds of innovations in the computer business. The ones you just talk about and the ones you actually use. Introducing 130 of the latter. So they're saying there's 130 innovations in the Macintosh 2FX. This is a pretty awesome magazine to have the original Apple ad printed out in. The power to be your best, no matter what you do best. And all the Macintosh lineup at the time. That's really cute. It's so beautiful. I need to recreate this picture one day. But yeah. Thank you, Ron, for sending all this awesome stuff over. Ron's an awesome guy. You should check out his channel, Ron's Computer Videos on YouTube and all the other social medias. He posts a lot of YouTube shorts that are really funny. And I wanted to thank him for all this awesome stuff and for his support over the years, helping out our channel, sending us some awesome stuff, and just being an awesome guy. Thanks, Ron. Well, thanks for tuning in to another Macintosh Librarian Mailbag episode. We're definitely going to spend some time delving through this Macworld magazine and also using this Computer Battle Games book. And thank you to all my patrons and supporters who help make Macintosh Librarian happen. We'll see you next time. Bye!